Hey guys, Trail Chasers here today. Today I'm going to go over a little bit different of a topic. I don't usually touch on wheel sizes that much, but I figured today would be a good day to tackle it. So over the past few weeks I've been riding my 27.5 trail bike. I have been riding a 26 downhill bike in the past. I have owned multiple 26 and 27.5 inch wheeled bikes. And you guys don't know about this yet, but you'll be seeing it very soon, hopefully. I have a plus bike now. It's a 27.5 plus, and it's a hardtail. So be looking forward to seeing that pretty soon. But what I wanted to go over was the differences in wheel size and I think who they kind of apply to. Now, for starters, 26 is kind of a dying wheel size at this point. That's not to say you shouldn't buy a bike just because it has 26-inch wheels. There are still plenty of good 26-inch bikes out there, and the used market is still littered with parts for them. So you should be fine if you do have a 26-inch wheeled bike for quite some time. I'd say at least the next 5 years, they're still a viable option. These are really fun. The smaller wheel size makes them very good at cornering, very good at air time. So these are more, if I had to choose a park bike, I would lean towards a smaller wheel size like a 26 or a 27.5. I feel they're excellent wheels for that. They don't necessarily roll over stuff as well, but if you're at a bike park, that's usually not too much of a concern. And I think 26 is also another viable option if you're a shorter person or a smaller person or a younger person. If you're still growing, I think 26-inch wheels are a good size to choose. Now 27.5, that's kind of become the standard for me as far as wheel size is concerned. I ride almost all 27.5-inch bikes. I'm very comfortable on that wheel size. It's actually closer to 26 than to 29, rather than the name suggests. It is not exactly 27.5 inches. It's actually closer to 27 inches. So that's a little thing that you need to take into consideration when purchasing that. There isn't actually a huge difference between 27.5 and 26. I will say, however, there is a little bit more rollover with the 27.5s. They still corner just as well, in my opinion. Maybe if you're really good at cornering, you can notice a difference. But for me, they feel pretty much the same. Why you would choose one of these wheels is, well, most bikes nowadays do come with a 27.5-inch wheel on them. That is really... it's either going to be 27.5, 29-inch, or 650 plus or 29 plus. Those are the current wheel sizes that we're really dealing with. The only time you'll really see 26-inch is on dirt jumpers. Now, transitioning into the 29-inch wheel, I actually really enjoy 29-inch bikes, especially on rougher trails or trails that are a little bit longer, maybe not as twisty and windy. The 29-inch wheel is great because it rolls very quick. It gets over chunk very easily, and overall they have a good rolling speed to them, the angle of attack. So essentially what I'm saying here is the 27.5-inch wheel, as we all know, won't roll over as good as a 29-inch. Now, the only issue with the 29er is it doesn't corner as well, and you're actually going to have flexier wheels because it is a larger wheel. Now, the Boost standard has come out, and that's supposedly fixing 29-inch wheels, but to be honest with you, I never had too much of a complaint with 29-inch wheel stiffness. I thought it was pretty good where it was, but I think Boost is kind of just a new standard in the way. Now, that brings me up to the Plus bike tires. Plus is a very interesting size because your 650 Plus is actually the same width of a 29er. So I am on a 650B Plus bike, and it rolls like a 29er. It rolls over stuff way better. It grips amazingly well. It can climb up almost anything, and it just hauls. So it's very cool in that regard. But there are some issues associated with this tire. It's not the best for hard chargers because it can get a little bit squirmy or a little bit odd feeling. And you have to really monitor your pressures. If they're off just a little bit, it's not going to feel right. Too low of a pressure, and they get very squirmy under cornering, which is never fun. And too high of a pressure, and they just kind of ping and bounce off rocks. But once you do find that kind of Goldilocks of pressure, they are very good because they will just chug up stuff. They don't fold underneath you. I've found that my personal favorite pressure is as low as I can go to where I'm not getting tire squirm under hard cornering. And once I've got that set up, it grips amazing. It almost acts as rear suspension in a way. just because of how much cushion there is with these tires. And I like it because it's in between a fat bike and in between a trail bike, so it's really good, and I'm hoping to get a lot of time on it this winter where it'll really hopefully shine. Now, the other thing that is a little bit of a downside with the 650 Plus is the big tires and the big tubes are very heavy. These wheel sets are a lot heavier than your 27.5 and 29ers. So if you are racing, I would lean towards a 29-inch wheel rather than a 650 Plus. But for just sheer fun factor, I'm actually really enjoying these Plus wheels. They're very cool. I like them. I converted mine to tubeless, and that dropped about 1.5 pounds off because of how much the tubes weighed. And it's fun because it almost acts as a trials tire, where if you're jumping around off of ledges and curbs and onto stuff, it really takes a lot of the shock with it. So that's why I went with a hardtail that was a Plus bike, was because I would like a little bit of shock absorption when I'm doing stupid trial stuff on it. But hopefully you guys will be seeing that bike soon. I'd be very excited to show it to you guys, and I'm hoping to get a video out on it around next Tuesday. Actually, no, it won't be Tuesday. It'll have to be sometime, but I'll hope to show this bike to you guys soon. It's very cool. I'm not going to spoil what it is because you guys will be seeing it very shortly, hopefully. Anyways, that's just my personal opinions on wheels. Everybody rides what they like. In the end, to summarize, I would say 26 is a little bit older of a style, but for more playful bikes, more free ride-ish, some downhill bikes and dirt jumper bikes. 27.5 is pretty much the norm at this point for most bikes coming out, anywhere from downhill, enduro, cross-country. They'll be offered in 27.5. 29 is a little bit more racy, in my opinion. A lot of the enduro riders are going over to 29-inch wheels. We've seen some downhill bikes like the new Santa Cruz V10s with the 29-inch wheels. Trek's got their new 29er downhill bike. And the 29er wheels will roll faster and roll over stuff better. And then last but not least, we have the plus size tires, which are the newest, and they're very interesting. They're not for everyone. I think they're really for playfulness. If you want to race, I would highly recommend against these wheels because they do fold under you in cornering. But overall, I'd say the wheels still do come down to personal preference, and whatever you ride it like you stole it. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you could, please leave a like and subscribe. It gives me the motivation to make more videos for you guys that watch my videos. Anyways, this has been Trail Chasers, and I'll catch you guys on the trail. Bye-bye.